Hello guys, welcome to another video of doing more enumeration with Metasploit. And since on the previous video at the end I showed you how you can just find those modules so you can do enumeration yourself, what I'm going to be doing is now I have a list of what I look for. I'm just going to be copy and pasting. I don't want to be just typing in, just taking a long time. So like I said on the previous video, I show you how to get those modules, how to search for it. So I'm just going to be doing a bunch of copy and pasting, but like I said before, I always leave all the commands that I run either on the description or in a file that you can download and just run those same commands that I'm going to be running. So for that being said, I'm going to be using this this enumeration, and this is going to enumerate all the share. So let's go ahead and go to options, and all you have to do is set the session. For this one, we're going to set it to 2, and then we're going to run it. There we go. So he found one share, and the name was file share, and the other one was AD. So the following shares were found. So basically, Active Directory, or not Active Directory, the domain controller AD has some file shares in there, and also file share, which is the one that we broke into. So really good information to know over here. The other one is to enumerate the services that are running. So use post windows gather enum services. You want to set the session to 2. Let's see if there are any other options in there. Nothing else. So let's go ahead and just go ahead and run it. And this one over here is going to to detect the services that are running on the session number 2. And the session number 2, it is the interpreter session that we have open. And as you can see over here, it gives you a lot of information, not a lot of information, a lot of services, but a lot of information, a lot of data that you can look up from here. So from here, you just want to look out for, like, if Jenkins is running, if there is something that you could potentially exploit. Over here, you see that spooler is auto. It doesn't tell you if it is running though, but if it is auto, that means that there's a high possibility that it's running. So you can see the BFE is running, the audio service, the crypto is also potentially running, BFSR, DPS, DFS, event log, event system. So really good information from here. So you want to just skim through and see if you can find like a Jenkins, Tomcat, or something that is running in here as a service, right? All right, moving on. The other one is the SNMP, to look for SNMP. If SNMP is running, set the session to 2. Let's see if there are any other options that we need to fill out, and we do not. So let's go ahead and run this bad boy. And there's nothing. SNMP is not set up, but there's something that you could just look for. All right. Another one, we are going to be doing some Chrome enumeration. So this again is going to be looking at the cookies, going to be looking at the password that has been saved in there, also going to be looking at the history. So we're going to set the session to 2. Let's go ahead and check out the options. Nothing else, and so let's go ahead and just run it. So there's no cookies, no anything. That means it's probably because there is no Chrome install, and I can tell you that as a fact, Chrome is not installed in here. So what I want you to do is, if you are following my videos, go ahead and install Chrome and log into our website and save your credentials there, and then run this and see if you can get anything. That is something something that you want to do to see if it works, right? I give you that as homework. So now the other one is enum AV excluded. So we are going to find look for files where the antivirus has excluded. So if there is a file, not a file, or a folder that has been excluded from AV, that means that it's not going to be scanned by AV or by the antivirus, meaning that if you drop like a malware in there, it is not going to be deleted by the AV, and therefore you are going to be able to run anything from that folder, right? And so let's go ahead and go to options, see what you can find. So all we need to set is the session to 2, and then we are just going to run this. You see, not supported AV identified. This is because it's a Windows 08, and I don't think that that there was any antivirus on installed by default. I don't think Defender. I'm not sure when Defender was first came out, which you can potentially just Google search. When was Windows Defender roll out? So let's go over here. Something that you wanna just look for. When was Windows Defender first roll out? Let's see that. I cannot tell you. I think it was probably Windows 2012, Windows 8. I think I want to say that. Oh, so look, it was in 2006, but I guess that maybe it didn't come with it. It's interesting. So Windows Defender was in 2006, so I was wrong by that. Okay, but I don't know why. I guess it doesn't identify because it's too old. All right. So another module, is the PuTTY save sessions. A lot of companies use PuTTY, and a lot of people just save their credentials in there. And this is a way to gather those credentials. And I'm not going to even run this because I know as a fact that I don't have the PuTTY is not in there installed. And this is another homework that I'm going to give you. Go ahead and install PuTTY and save sessions and see if you're able to get those credentials by using this module. Okay, and let me know if you successfully get those. And the other one is the enum applications. So you also want to be looking for applications. See if there's like a Jenkins install or FileZilla install. If there's like a FileZilla install, then you want to run there's a module in here where you can harvest credentials from FileZilla. There's a module that you can use in here. So just also go ahead and install FileZilla and see if you can get those credentials as well. So for this one, let's go ahead and do options, and all we need to do is just set the session to 2, and then we are going to run it. So for this one, the applications, you can see that it's saved it in here. So what we could do, since it is in the root, we will need to open a new tab, and we want to do sudo I, and put your password in there, and cat, and looks like there's nothing in there. So it wasn't able to get the applications that are installed in here, probably because it's a really old server. Another one, a good one, if you don't want to just run IE or the Chrome enumeration, you can just do the browser history forensics, and this one would get the browsing history from Google Chrome, IE, and Firefox, and a bunch of others. So if you go to info, you can go ahead and see that it's going to gather from Skype, Firefox, and Chrome. I thought IE was in there, but I guess it's not. So let's go ahead and set this session. I know as a fact that I don't have Skype or Firefox or Chrome installed, but let's go ahead and run and see what it does and see if it's going to yell at me. So Hive could now load. So yeah, there's nothing in here because I don't have either Firefox or Chrome. So another homework, you go ahead and install Chrome or Firefox, or install all of them and see if you can get any history and see what you can find, right? All right, so this is it for this video, guys. Like I showed you before, I showed you a way that you can get those all those modules that you can run. So if you do a search post Windows gather, those will return all the gather. If you want to just go a little bit deeper in there, which will show you more stuff, you can see all the stuff that I'm using. So all those modules that I'm using in here. And if you just go through the list and see if you find something that interests you, right? Like SSH, like install Python. It's kind of cool. Enable RDP. You can enable RDP. Try to run this and see, or disable RDP, and then try to see if you are able to enable RDP. There's a delete user, add user, smart hash dump. Just try to run all of this, man. This is how you learn. The way to learn is just by trying it yourself. Okay, so thank you guys for watching.